Guten Tag, dear colleagues. Nice to see you. Let's introduce myself. My name is A.Popov. I'm a president of Ukrainian Homeopathic Association, editor of Homeopathic Journal, and the chief physician of private homeopathic clinic in Kyiv, Ukraine. A few words about our Ukraine Homeopathic Association. Our association unites homeopathic physicians, homeopathic vets, and homeopathic pharmacists. Our association consists of more than 250 members. We published homeopathic journal twice a year, and also arrange the national homeopathic congresses every 2 years. By the way, this is me, approximately 20 years ago. Well, this is, not this is. My report named Homeopathic Treatment of Benign Tumors of Fibrous Connective Tissue. Connective tissue is one of the 4 types of the biological tissue in human body. It supports, connects, and separates different organs and tissues. Connective tissue develops for the mesoderm. The term benign tumor indicates the tumor rarely or never gives rise to cancer. One of the common benign tumors originated from connective tissue are the fibrous tumors. The picture you understand clearly. The next one. The most frequent tumors are the uterine and breast fibroids and breast fibroadenomas. Fibroadenomas is characterized with admixture of the stromal and the epithelial tissues. According to the clinical research, up to 20 to 80% women have the uterine fibroids at the reproductive age. Fibroadenomas are the most common breast tumors in adolescent women, with the rate of occurrence of 7 to 40% that examined in the breast clinic. This is the typical picture about this is the uterine fibroids, and this is the breast tumors. Benign fibroid tumors are typically slow-growing and rarely spread to other areas of the body. As well known, the benign tumor is caused with upregulation of many genes involved in cell proliferation, differentiation, migration, and apoptosis. It means programmed cell death. Hormones such as estrogens take a part into the growth and development of the tumors. Uterine fibroids, breast fibroids, and fibroadenomas are partially hormone-related and usually regress after menopause. Benign tumors usually have 3 important signs. The first one, well-defined borders. The second, encapsulated in a fibrous connective tissue capsule. And the third one, they are mostly well differentiated. Therefore, surgical removal of fibroids can be the effective treatment of disease outcome, but it does not eliminate the cause of the neoplasms. Besides perioperative complications, The shortcomings of surgery include the loss of reproductive and menstrual function, as well as sexual and mental disorders. Allopathic prophylactic treatment of benign fibroids is unwarranted. Homeopathic materia medica contains significant numbers of the drugs with the symptoms of fibroid tumors. The effectiveness of homeopathy in the treatment of benign tumors usually causes skepticism both colleagues and patients. So, there is necessity to test my work with the help of meta-analysis. Materials and methods. 67 women with fibroid tumors were under our observation. First, uterine fibroids, 55 cases. Fibroid breast tumors, 35 cases, including 5 cases of breast fibroadenomas. Other benign tumors of connective tissue were 6 cases, including hemangioma of liver and dermatofibroma. Division of fibroid cases according to the age. Women under 35 years, 13 cases, up 35 to 39 years, 16 cases, up 40 to 44 years, 29 cases, up 45 to 49 years, 9 cases. All patients were given only homeopathic treatment. The study did not include patients with the large size of fibroadenoma and large uterine fibroids, which were subject to surgery. The period of observation was 5 years. In all cases, benign tumors were monitored carefully. Pelvic and breast examination, ultrasonography, Doppler ultrasound, standard mammography, and MRI were carried out. In the course of this investigation, structure and volume of tumor, size and localization of fibroid mass, and the condition of endometrium were defined. Multicentral fibroid biopsy was used to control histology as routine procedure. In case of abnormal endometrial bleeding, the analysis of blood were determined. Diagnostic curettage of uterus and endometrial biopsy were carried out if it was indicated. Standard statistical methods were used to analyze the obtained data. So, the results. Before treatment, 38 patients suffered from uterine pain and breast pain. And after homeopathic treatment, pain was cancelled or diminished in 30 cases. It's statistically significant, you see. 30 women with abnormal endometrial bleeding were observed. And after treatment, these symptoms improved in 23 cases. Also statistically significant. This picture, the following drugs were used most of all, the top drugs. The first place, aurum muriaticum matronatum, calcium chloricum, conium platinum. You see lapis albus, Hecla lava, Silicea phytolacta picandra, Condrango masdenia, Barita carbonica, Carcinosinum, Hydrastis canadensis, Arsenicum album, Phosphorus occidentalis, Sabina sepe, and others. This is something about the tumor volume. In this slide you see the group of investigation group, number 1, and the control group before treatment and a group after treatment. Group 1, this is the only group with homeopathic treatment. And the second group with control group without treatment. Reduction of tumor volume, uterine fibroid and breast fibroadenomas was observed in 12 cases. The percent you will see in the slide. An increase of tumor volume was observed in 10 cases. The tumor volume was considered stable if it changed not more than 10% from the initial stage. In the observation group, the number of such cases was 45. There were some difficulties to find of the control group without any treatment. Unfortunately, I could not find any information in clinical analysis of the fibroid growth dynamics. That's why, before the beginning of homeopathic treatment, 49 cases, I did the retrospective analysis. During a 5-year period, the tumor progression was observed in 26 cases, and reduction of tumor volume was only in 2 cases. This is conclusion. The first conclusion. In comparison with the control group, homeopathic therapy is not significant effective method to reduce uterine and breast fibroids. It was positive. I had a positive results, but this result was achieved as statistical significance. But the homeopathy is sufficiently effective to stop its progressive growth. The second conclusion. Homeopathic treatment is significantly effective to stop pain and abnormal endometrial bleeding. Now, in this picture, this is overall by Gahnemann, but edited in the Leipzig, Dresden and Leipzig. I like it. The conclusion number 3, the search specific drugs for fibroid tumors is not very promising. Thus, the using of various remedies mainly depends on the personal peculiarities and skills of the homeopath. The right way of successful prescription is following the principle of similarity. And there is some clarification to materia medica. Calcifications, it means calcium deposits around fibroid, might indicate the calcium phosphorifluoricum, calcium carbonicum, and silicea. And this picture represent the rather different uterine fibroids. This is the uterine fibroids with calcium deposits. Well, you see calcium deposits inside the fibroid nodes. This is a uterus, this is endometrium, and this is a nodes with calcium deposited. And the right picture represents the breast fibroid with calcium deposits. Oh, beautiful. The next clarification to materia medica is hyperechoic. Hyperechoic, it means enlarged density, tumor mass, of the solid capsule might indicate on, first of all, conium. Hypoechoic, reduced density tumor structure must indicate tuia, medullarium, and increased blood flow around tumors with Doppler effect might indicate phosphor and phosphoricum. This is a picture present the uterine tumors, fibroid with the hypoechoic. You mean the different, you see the different, and hyperechoic. This is a reference, it's not very interesting. And I kindly thank you for your interest for my report. I wish you prosperity in homeopathy. This is my address. I still open for the new friend in homeopathy and new friend in Lviv. And this is, this is a book by my mother, A.Popov, edited in Germany. And this picture represents my grandfather. So this is a small homeopathic dynasty in the Ukraine. Thank you very much for your attention.
Big thanks to you for this presentation. Very interesting. So we have time for some questions. Anybody, please.
Thank you very much for this very interesting presentation. And my question is, how is the situation in Ukraine considering the relationship between your colleagues who work in the universities and the normal hospitals, etc., and to the colleagues who work in homeopathy? In Germany, that's quite difficult at the moment. There is a lot of discussion, and I'm quite interested, how is it in Ukraine? Thank you.
Thank you for a nice question. This is you're quite right. This is a great difference just now between Ukraine, post-Soviet Republic, and between Germany. It was some problem to communicate and to collaborate with allopathic physicians, especially with the surgeon in the surgeon clinic. But in my past, I was a surgeon also. 10 years I stand near the operation, and I did this operation by my own hand. I know everything about this question, but I left my good friends, my colleagues in the state clinic, and we collaborate besides official permission. No, not all permission. This is a colleagues, this is an understanding, this is a kind of friend of mine. It was the same result or possible because this.
Thank you so much. It was a very nice lecture. What was the way of prescription you did?
The way of prescription, a good question. All life, more than 30 years, I look for the way of prescription. The way of prescription will be, in one hand, with the art, the other hand, with the science. And we will balance the art and science in our mind and our soul. This is the right way to a good prescription. The other details, such as repertorium, materia medica, and so on, it's only additional question. First question, it's I and patient. That's why. But in concrete details, I use repertorium, but sometimes it depends on the clinical situation. Naturally, in the acute situation, acute condition, acute disease, I prefer the low potential. And in the chronic situation, the chronic disease, such as fibromyalgia and so on, I prefer from 30 up to 1,000 centimole potential.
So, thank you very much. Very organon-based treatment. Thank you very much.